Good morning, everyone. Today is August 22nd, 2011, and this is your daily forecast discussion from New York Metro weather. The first thing to cover today on a relatively quiet day is yesterday's severe weather event, Sunday. And you can see we have the reports up here plotted on the map throughout the tri-state area and down through Pennsylvania, New Jersey, New York, Connecticut. A bunch of wind reports up here in southeast New York. Some in northern New Jersey, on Long Island, and down towards central New Jersey, where we actually had several thunderstorms. These reports are still coming in. Interesting to see the hail report near Danbury, Fairfield, 1 inch in diameter hail. And if you zoom in on these reports here in New York City, you get a better view of them. And you can see here near Valley Stream and Elmont, this one actually in Queens near the Rosedale LIRR station. There was some scattered wind damage reports. Really what happened to stop the event from being more widespread is early day thunderstorms helped to keep things a little more stable than we thought, and then when the instability started to get going again, the low-level jet increased, and that led to showers and thunderstorms coming from south to north, which created a little bit of a messy situation. So it wasn't ideal. But there were obviously a good amount of severe wind reports. You could see there up and down the northeast United States, all the way into New England and all the way down into the mid-Atlantic. It was a very active day on the East Coast. Luckily, we have nothing but good news for early in the week. You can see the upper level trough responsible for the convection, which is now off to our east, is being pushed off to the east, and we'll loop this 8-frame water vapor loop, and we can see that this trough is shifting east with time, and will continue to do so tomorrow and even into Wednesday. But for today, on Monday, it will be a very, very pleasant day. And you can see, even as we speak right now, as this is being recorded, you can see the surface low up here just north of the international border, with the pressure falls, a cold front draped down south. It's already near New York City, and it's going to be pushing eastward and taking the remaining unstable air and thunderstorms with it. So for tomorrow, here's a look at the NAM short-term model. The front off to our east, the upper level trough will be overhead, bringing in some cold air aloft, and it's going to drop the 850 temperatures down to near 10 degrees Celsius. You can check it out right here. See the 10-degree line. Earlier today, we were up into the mid-teens Celsius. So temperatures are going to be a lot cooler, and as we zoom in on our local area on the 12-kilometer NAM, you can see that the temperatures actually drop below 10 Celsius at peak heating tomorrow. And with a light northwest wind component, high temperatures are forecast to only be in the upper 70s to near 80. So with the lower dew points, the northwest winds, and the cool air, it's going to feel like an autumn day outside. Maybe a little warmer than your typical autumn day, obviously, with temperatures near 80. But it's going to be a much cooler air mass, and you're going to notice it because the last few days it's been pretty humid when thunderstorms have been widespread. But that will not be the case on Monday. It's going to be a gorgeous day. One last thing to cover is Tropical Storm Irene, which is currently situated just southeast of Puerto Rico. This feature is expected to travel northwest pretty slowly over the next few days. You can see there's hurricane warnings for the Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico. This Irene is very, very close to being a hurricane, with maximum sustained winds of 70 miles an hour at the 11 p.m. advisory on Sunday evening. And the National Hurricane Center tracks it just along the northern edge of the Dominican Republic, just barely scraping Haiti, and then into the Bahamas and up just to the east coast of Florida, and eventually scraping the coast of Florida as well. A lot of the forecast models have been shifting to the east over the past several days, so that would take it pretty much to the just barely to the right side of this cone. Is it an immediate concern for our area? No. But whenever you have a hurricane that falls in between the mid-level ridge, meaning there's a mid-level ridge here over the Atlantic and another one here back over the Western Gulf, the storm has a tendency to come up and then begin to curve, and as it begins to feel the influence of an active upper-level troughing pattern over the northern United States, it could recurve up the east coast. We're not expecting any type of tropical storm or hurricane conditions, but the real concern would be heavy rains, copious amounts of rainfall, which these systems are notorious for bringing our area as they track up the coast. Lots of uncertainty, plenty of time to go, but we just figured it was probably a good idea to give you guys a heads up, and we'll continue tracking this system. We'll keep you guys updated. So the strengthening forecast, obviously you can see here as the system approaches the United States, So if you live in Florida, if you live in Georgia, you live in South Carolina, first of all, thanks for watching New York Metro Weather. But keep an eye on the storm, and we'll keep you updated with time. And if you live in this area, we'll obviously keep you updated as well for potential impacts down the road. So just to recap, Monday, cooler, beautiful, northwest wind. There is a chance of an isolated storm. Should not be a big deal. But stay with us on Facebook and Twitter for constant updates. Enjoy your Monday, and we'll talk to you guys soon.